Today we're talking about non-verbal communication during dates. It's your expressions, it's your hand movements, it's your body language, right? These are all really important to dating. And I'm pretty sure you've heard some sort of percentage, right? I've heard a lot of different percentages of how much non-verbal communication matters versus, your words, obviously verbal, but every time, no matter what the percentage is, non-verbal is always higher. It's not what you say. It is what you're doing, what you're expressing and showing. Now, today there's a lot to nonverbals. I could go through so many different parts of nonverbals to do, but I actually want to go over the biggest nonverbal mistakes I have seen and the feedback I have seen women give from their dates in my personal life, but also from my clients and what women have said. And even though my clients didn't know it was nonverbals, I'm aware because I obviously talk to my clients. So in another video, I will go over the best nonverbal communication factors to focus on. But for today, I want to make sure that if you feel like any of this could be you today, to already start switching it up and to start looking at yourself in the mirror and being really aware of what you're doing. Okay, so first, the biggest feedback I normally get from my kind of clients, right? Usually you guys are the introverted, maybe more reserved guys. The number one feedback I get from my clients, of course, not I, because I'm not my clients, is that a lot of women feel that they are too serious. Too serious. So where do you think that comes from? Do you think it comes from their words? Normally not, because they're just talking about who they are and their background and their journey. So it's not about what they're saying. It's about what they're exuding. So what are the biggest mistakes that show they're too serious? Number one, it's their facials. It's always their face. I think when I first meet my clients, the biggest probably feedback I immediately give is that they don't have any expressions on their face. And the way I find that out is by asking them to tell me a story, any story in their life, but a story that means a lot to them, a story that brings them joy. Because normally when you tell a story, like organically the emotions should be coming out. Like when I'm talking about something funny, I'm laughing. Not like when I'm already smiling when I say that, because it already naturally kind of brings back any emotion that has to do with something fun or funny. If something's meaningful, you get more passionate, right? So number one is usually the facial expressions. The biggest mistake I feel my guys make is they just talk like this, and it seems like they're talking to a colleague, and even though I'm sharing something really exciting with you right now, my face isn't moving. My mouth is not moving, my eyebrows are not moving, my eyes aren't really moving. Don't you feel bored already with me with that? Right? So the biggest probably indicator of that you're too serious and potentially boring, potentially, but women wouldn't normally say you're boring. I think they don't want to be mean, right? Is the facial expression, right? So that's number one. Number two, normally is your posture. It's your posture. So normally a lot of my clients, I see them, and I know with certain meetings, like I meet my clients mostly on Zoom, they're very, sit upright. But here's the thing, you would think that, because I'm on a Zoom meeting with you, it's different, I am only this way because I'm on a Zoom meeting with you. No, you need to start practicing in all meetings to have the posture and body language as you would in any communication. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in my YouTube videos, I'm moving around, right? Like I'm moving around, I'm leaning in, even though I'm not one-on-one talking to you, I'm moving. And if I was on a Zoom call with somebody, or normally when I FaceTime my friends, I'm kind of leaning, at times, I'm coming in as if I'm trying to listen even more. I'm moving around because that's showing, once again, a little bit more expression, animation to your story, and it adds to the engagement. It shows that, well, you're not too serious, right? So number two that's showcasing that they're too serious is just the posture is so stiff. It's stiff and you're not moving whatsoever. All right? Right. Okay, and the last but not least, number 3, probably the biggest mistake with nonverbals in a communication is in regards to hand motion. So I don't know if you guys noticed this. I move my hands a lot. Not too much, not being too crazy, right? But when I'm talking in a certain way and I'm presenting something a certain way, my hands are moving with it. It shows, once again, that in your story that you're telling, it could be about your work. If work is so stressful, you see my hand? If work is so stressful, this is adding to the story, all right? It's adding to it. So watch your hands. Are you moving it at all? Normally when people have a posture like this, their hands are not moving like whatsoever either. So they're just like sitting back like a robot. That is also what's adding to the feedback of you guys being too serious. So once again, that's normally the biggest feedback I get. My clients get that they're too serious. They're not connecting with these ladies. And mostly because these ladies are seeing them as too serious. You're not exciting, you're not entertaining, intriguing. And that is because of those 3 nonverbals. So I challenge you to look at yourself in the mirror. And I know that but it sounds odd to you. But tell a story looking at yourself and see, are you smiling ever? Do you move your eyebrows? Do you move your hands? Are you leaning in a little bit and moving? It's like when, I don't know if everybody has had to do speech class in college. I know I had to, and I learned so much from that speech communication class, right? So I highly suggest, if you don't know any of that, you could enroll in a communication or speech class, because that is everything. These nonverbals are everything. If you don't do that, you will not further dates with women. Because I've never seen, unless a woman is like that herself, unless she's really just to herself and still like this. But either way, right, guys, if a woman was like that, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be as interested either. But I was gonna say, the only match I can see is if both of them like that. If both of them are like that and are very serious, that's a good match. But otherwise, most of you guys like a woman who's engaging and fun and flirty and has a positive energy. And if she has that, you need to at least match that a little bit. And the way you match that is starting with these nonverbals. All right? I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope you really take this in. And I really, really hope, if you struggle with this, please, to yourself, look in the mirror and tell the story, and you'll already see what these ladies are talking about. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go practice the nonverbals. Use your hands. Lean in. And, smile once in a while. I know like guys tell girls to smile all the time too, but hey guys, it's back at you. Smile once in a while. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you at the next one.